We all have trouble with inner noise. Our minds can feel like they are full of worries, fears, and questions all the time. These thoughts in our heads can make us feel down and make peace seem impossible. But what if we could change how we think about these hard thoughts? What if there was a way to calm down inside? A way to get through the rough seas of our minds more easily and clearly? Yes, there is. The key is to understand what our ideas and awareness are really like. Think about a cloud that goes by in the sky. It shows up, moves across the huge area, and then disappears. The clouds in your mind are just like those thoughts. They get up, stay for a short time, and then leave. There is nothing truly lasting in our lives, especially not our mental states. Whether it's a short-lived worry or a persistent question, this is true for every thought that comes to mind. We often give our negative thoughts a lot of weight and act as if they are fixed facts that can't be changed. We let them take over and control our mood, what we do, and how we feel in general. But if we really look at them, we can see that they are temporary. Sadness that is strong will eventually fade. A wave of worry will pass over time. Like how the seasons change and the tides rise and fall, our inner world is always moving. Realizing this basic fact can set you free in a deep way. It means that a bad thought is not permanent, no matter how strong or powerful it feels right now. It's not a fixed part of who you are. It's just a guest walking through the grand hall of your mind. Take a moment when you feel like you can't stop worrying. Pay attention to the thought. In a soft voice, tell yourself that this too shall pass. With this knowledge, we can let go and stop putting so much effort into fighting or hanging on to something that is already moving away. Knowing that even the most unpleasant mental states are only temporary residents in the vast, empty space of your mind gives you a deep sense of peace. Let them come and be, and then let them go on their own, like clouds in the sky. This small change in how you look at things can make all the difference. Think of your life as a big, open sky. Thought clouds move through this sky that has no limits. They range from sunny and bright to dark and stormy. You're not the clouds, though. You are the sky. This basic difference is very important for finding peace when your mind is racing. Believe I am sad, or I am angry, or I am a failure when a bad thought comes up. Because it traps us in the thoughts we have, this fusion causes a deep sense of pain. You, on the other hand, are the open awareness that sees the thoughts. If you're not thinking about anything, you're just the pure consciousness that is always there, always still, and not affected by the events in your mind. The clouds that pass through the sky don't change what it looks like, and the thoughts that come up in your head don't change who you really are. This awareness is your real home. It's a calm and stable place that you can be no matter what's going on in your mind. It's the setting against which everything else fits. You can get a healthy distance from your thinking when you start to see yourself as this awareness. You can look at them without getting attached because you know they are just mental events happening in your head, and not you. You will no longer be swept away by every bad thought that comes into your mind after this shift. Instead of being tossed around by the waves, you become the lighthouse, steady and strong. Realizing this gives me a huge sense of freedom and peace. It helps you remember that deep down, behind all the mental noise, there is a calm source of being that is your true self, who is always there and whole. Picture yourself next to a river that is moving. You can watch the trash, leaves, and twigs float by. You do not jump in to try to stop them or swim against the flow to get them back. You just look around. This is how to watch your thoughts without judging them or getting attached to them. Thoughts often make us want to label them as good or bad, interact with them, think about them, or push them away. When we have a bad thought, we might judge ourselves right away for having it or start making up a story about what it means. This makes a circle of trouble. Strive for a state of gentle interest instead. Like sounds or sights, your thoughts are just things that happen in your mind. They are things that are happening in your mind. You don't have to judge what they say, agree with them, or try to change them. Just be aware that they are there. Allow them to be. Let them float by without holding on to them or making an effort to stop them. Not judging what you see helps to weaken the influence of negative thoughts. They lose their hold when you don't interact with them, pay attention to them, or give them mental fuel. They become less strong and sticky. You're just letting them know they exist without making them a part of who you are or in order to be obeyed. This puts some distance between you and your thoughts, so you can choose how to respond instead of being forced to. Getting rid of your inner critic and finding deep inner peace can be done with this strong tool. Observing without getting involved changes your relationship with your mind, making it a place where you can be more open and at ease. Think about a simple situation. You're not feeling well, maybe a little anxious. You are adding to your pain if you hold on to that feeling, think about it in great detail, or desperately try to push it away. This new pain isn't caused by the first feeling, it's caused by how you responded to it. Often inner turmoil isn't caused by having thoughts or feelings. It's caused by how strongly we hold on to some ideas or fight against others. Attachment is what we do when we really want a good thought or feeling to stay with us. We feel let down or lost when it changes, which it always does. On the other hand, when we have a thought or feeling that makes us feel bad, our first reaction might be to fight it with all our might. We push it down, do something else, or feel bad about having it. Trying to hold this pressure is like trying to keep a beach ball underwater. The harder you push, the harder it pops back up. Fighting and clinging both cause stress, agitation, and a deep sense of unease. Accepting the natural flow of your inner experience is the way to lessen your pain. Don't try to hold on to or push away your thoughts and feelings. Just let them come and go. Know that they're like waves in the seas of your mind. They come in, peak, and then go back down on their own. When you give up the fight, your pain gets less. It means giving up the need for things to be different right now. This bold acceptance frees up a lot of energy that was stuck in the internal tug-of-war. If you let discomfort remain on its own, without any extra resistance, it's often much less painful than the pain we cause by trying to control it. This gives you a deep sense of freedom inside. Let's say a close friend is having a hard time and is filled with self-doubt and nervous thoughts. They wouldn't get in trouble or be told to just snap out of it. Instead, you would be kind, understand, and offer soft support. You would recognize their pain and be there to comfort them. Feel the same warmth and compassion for your own thinking as you do for others. Our brains, with all their flaws and problems, are usually trying their best, even when they think negatively, over and over again. These trends could come from past events, deeply ingrained habits, or just the way people think in general. Instead of scolding yourself for having bad thoughts or being hard on your inner critic, try showing kindness to the part of you that is scared or hurt. It's not that you should accept bad thoughts. It's that you should accept the part of you that has them with kindness. When you feel like criticizing yourself, don't add to it with more criticism. Instead, be kind for a moment. Simply put your hand over your heart and quietly tell yourself, "This is hard right now. May I be kind to myself in this moment." Or you could say, "My mind is struggling with this, it's okay." This acts as a shift from a conflicted to a caring state inside you. It breaks the loop of judging yourself and replaces it with a presence that cares for you. When you treat your mind with kindness, you make a space inside yourself where healing can happen. It helps you get stronger and more accepting of yourself by letting you soften around the edges of your pain. This kind of method is a strong defense against the harshness of negative self-talk. It can help you find real inner peace and a better relationship with yourself. Think about a very real dream you had last night. When you were going through it, it may have felt very real and powerful. You may have felt scared, happy, or lost. But when you wake up, you realize it was all made up in your head. It didn't have any solid reality or underlying truth. Your bad thoughts are a lot like those. The thoughts, images, words, and feelings that come up in your mind are theater, but they are not absolute objective facts. "I'm not good enough," "This will never work out," or "They don't like me," are all thoughts that can happen, but that doesn't mean they are true. Our brains are great at telling stories. They are always coming up with new plots, interpretations, and predictions. Rather than being based on facts in the present, these stories are often based on fears, events from the past, or long-standing patterns. A bad thought is usually just that, a thought, a brief mental event, a whisper, or an idea, not the absolute truth. Question whether it's true. If you don't want to believe everything your mind says, especially negative things, stop and ask yourself, is this really a fact? Is there undeniable evidence for this? Or is this just a story my mind is making up? Often you will find that the thought is an opinion, an assumption, or a projection, not an unshakable truth. Negative thoughts lose their power when you realize that they are not based in truth. You don't need to blame them or try to change them. You just see them for what they are, mental events that come and go and don't exist in the real world. When you understand this, you are no longer controlled by your own stories. You can choose how to react to life instead of letting your unexplored stories tell you what to do. Picture yourself getting lost in a thick fog. It's hard for you to see, and you feel lost. Thoughts of worry about where you are going or what lies ahead may be going through your head. Now picture a light breeze that blows away the fog, showing a clear path in the sun's warmth. Coming back to the present is like finding that straight road. People often have negative thoughts about the past, where they replay mistakes and failures they think they have made, or about the future, where they worry and stress about what might happen. They take us away from the present, which is the only real moment we have. By actively focusing on the present, you can keep your mind from getting caught up in a vortex of negative thoughts. Using your breath is one of the easiest and most important ways to do this. Feel how your breath feels as it comes in and goes out of your body. Pay attention to how your chest or belly rises and falls. You are not supposed to control your breath. Just notice it. One more way is to use your senses. What do you see now? What sounds are there? How does your skin feel? What kind of faint smells are there? By consciously focusing on these real, present sensory experiences, you can stop your mind from wandering to negative thought processes. This doesn't mean avoiding problems. It means taking a short break from the chaos in your mind to get back on track. When you start to worry again, gently bring your mind back to the present, to your breath, or to the things around you. Staying with this regular exercise makes it easier to break out of negative thought cycles and feel calm and stable again. People can always run to the present moment as a safe haven, a clear place where regrets from the past and fears about the future can't control them. Feel like you're trying to hold on to a wild bird in a cage. The tighter you hold on, the harder it tries to get away, and it might even hurt itself or you in the process. When you open your hands, the bird could fly away or choose to rest there for a moment before taking off. It's a lot like this. A lot of the time we put in a lot of effort to control or get rid of our bad thoughts, because we think that if we could just do that, we would be at peace. We fight them, try to stop them, or disagree with them in our minds. But this struggle often makes their impact stronger. What you fight stays with you. The act of attempting to remove a thought from your mind makes it stronger and keeps it in your mind. Instead, work on letting go of the need to control or get rid of your ideas. This is not about giving up or letting them tell you what to do. It's about letting them be there without interacting with them. Don't judge them, don't try to change them, just let them be. Picture a busy street in your mind, and your thoughts are the cars going by. You don't have to get mad that the cars are there, stop every one of them, or change the flow of traffic. You just stand on the sidewalk and watch them go by. You stop feeding the negative thought loop when you let go of the need to control. You make an area of acceptance where thoughts can come up and go away on their own, which happens more often than when you try to fight them. You won't have to fight your own mind as much when you do this practice. It gives you a deep sense of inner freedom. You can take a step back and more easily observe the flow of your thoughts, understanding that you don't have to let every thought control you. Think about all the things that are happening automatically in your body right now. The organs in your body that break down food are your heart, lungs, and stomach. All of these things happen inside you without you having to think about them or control them. Just like these physical processes, your thoughts are mental events that happen because your mind is working. They are not attacks on your person, and they don't say anything final about who you are or what you're worth. When a bad thought comes up, it often feels very personal. People often think negative thoughts like, "I am a failure," or "I am unloved." We tend to believe these thoughts to be true about ourselves. You can depersonalize your thoughts, though, by seeing them as just mental events that come up, appear, and go away. They are just a normal part of the mind that processes information, looks for patterns, and makes up stories all the time. It's not personal to attack the sky with a cloud, and it's not personal to attack yourself with a bad thought. It's something that's happening in your vast knowledge. This difference is incredibly freeing. This means you don't have to act on every thought. You don't have to let it define you or make you feel less valuable. You can look at it as something that is happening in your mind instead of something that makes you who you are. This point of view helps you keep a healthy distance, so you can watch your mind talk without getting caught up in it. You understand that the temporary and impersonal nature of these mental events doesn't affect your true self, your actual awareness. Once you understand this, you can leave the drama in your mind behind and rest in the calm, unwavering core of who you are.